Hello everyone, and welcome to Rhonda's Top 10 Tips this week, and we're talking about efficiency. So we've got a broad range of tips this week, and I challenge you to ask yourself, am I really doing this the best way to be efficient? So our first tip comes from Debbie Archibald, and she lives in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and she recommends that we turn our hour-long meetings into 45-minute meetings so that we can regroup before meetings. And if we end up needing the hour, we still have it available, and your boss will be thankful for those extra minutes of breathing room or bathroom room that we need. Drew Kosick from Cleveland, Ohio recommends using dual monitors. Now, I use dual monitors and I'd be lost without them. I find that I can have my email on one side, I can have other stuff on the other side. They're very handy when I'm doing Zoom meetings for sure. And I'm thinking about moving to 3 monitors because I like to have that much for sure. So I'm sure that you will appreciate that. Jackie Prospero from Belleville, Ontario has 2 of our top 10 tips this week. And the first thing that she recommends is by managing your calendars by color coding, so that when you take a quick glance at the week ahead, you know if you or your primary are in the office, if there's phone calls scheduled, if they need to be online, if there's travel, if there's important meetings, etc. She also recommends, and I really support this as well, is to take the time to learn about all of the business units in your company, even the ones you don't support, so that you can better understand the bigger picture. Now, Michelle Frame also has 2 tips this week, and Michelle lives in Nanaimo, BC, and she says that because she's working remotely, as most of us still are, she has only sporadic access to her work printer, and she has reduced her paper handling by 99%. So I'm going to ask you, have you reduced your paper consumption and realized a lot of the times we printed things and didn't need to? I know that many of you don't have a printer at work, so you don't really need to print. So I do have a printer in my home office, so I challenge myself when I need to print. And I personally feel more efficient with the information online in one of my multiple monitors so that I can use it easily. I don't have to look at notes. And I will print if I'm not sure I'm going to have online access, just as a backup, but that's really rare as well. The second tip by Michelle is by keeping the program icons on your computer taskbar, so that you can quickly just right click and select the most recent document. So if I have a document, instead of opening up Word and then opening up my documents or whatever folder it's in, I can throw that right on my taskbar. And that'll save you a lot of access time. It is a lot faster. Christina Carlson from Minneapolis, Minnesota has sections in her work tablets that she uses for her 2 executives. And as things come up that she needs to talk about them, she just jots them down. And then in her weekly one-to-ones, she has all the information and can quickly take notes as they have their conversations. So it makes it quick access for everything that you need. Janine Francis from Bellefontaine, Ohio gave us this tip. And when she enters all of her tasks into an Outlook calendar, she specifically adds timed reminder notices. So for instance, she'll put a notice to start prepping for this meeting, or is X completed for Y. So anything that has a hard deadline, she puts a notice in her Outlook calendar. Of course, as you can imagine, the list is endless and is important for even the simplest tasks to make sure that they don't get overlooked even on the busiest days. So she's kind of using that as a BF file and reminding herself to do things. She can check it from home if she needs to, which she tries not to, as her time is her time, which in itself is an efficiency tip. Number 9 comes from Sheila Collins from Blacksburg, Virginia. I'm saying all the names wrong today. Her favorite email tip is to copy herself on emails that she sends that requires a response or more information. And she learned this tip years ago from a seasoned DA. And at the time, she thought it was a little weird that she was copying herself on emails that she sent. And then Sheila realized the reasoning. This way, she always has the latest correspondence right in her inbox, and she knows that she's still waiting on her response, etc. Very handy tip that works for her. And number 10 is from me, and I'm going to use my tip to build on what Sheila just talked about. I also copy myself, and then what I do is I color code my emails. As many of you know, I'm a big fan of Inbox Zero. But I do color code based on what needs to be done. So if I still need to action that email, I color it red. If I'm waiting for a response on that and then we need to do something, I color it green. So for the most part, I should not have any white or uncolored emails in my inbox. If I haven't done anything with them, and I believe in inbox zero, as you know. So I hope that you've enjoyed this week's efficiency tips. There are so many ways that we can be efficient, and I look forward to you adding your favorite tips to be efficient in the comments section of this video. Have a great week, and remember, admins rock.